Have you ever met someone who always seems so calm? Like, no matter what happens, like the world could literally fall apart around them. They're just chill? And you start thinking, how do they do that? Do they never panic? Or maybe you're the one people see as always calm. You stay quiet, smile, and act like everything's fine. But deep down, you're falling apart. I get it. Sometimes being calm doesn't mean you don't care. It just means you're tired. Tired of explaining how you feel, tired of hearing comments from people who don't get it. So, you choose to stay quiet. Because for you, it's easier to pretend to be chill than to show that you're actually panicked, angry, or sad. But you know what? Being always calm isn't always a good thing. Behind that calmness, there are feelings you keep to yourself, things you've never told anyone. And sometimes you even wonder, am I really calm, or am I just pretending? In this episode, I want to talk to you about that. About why we sometimes seem so calm, why it can be a strength, but also a burden, and how we can learn to be honest with ourselves without feeling like we always have to look strong. Because, you know what? Being calm is good, but being real, that's what really matters. Take a deep breath in, let it out slowly. Get comfortable and let's dive into this story together. If this is the kind of topic you've been searching for, listen closely. We're gonna deep dive together. It's me, here with Stories Before Bed, keeping you company with a story I hope truly means something. I often hear people say, "How do you always seem so calm? Don't you ever get mad or panic?" And every time I hear that, I just give a little smile and say, yeah, I'm chill. But deep down, I keep asking myself, am I really that calm? Because honestly, being the always calm person has its good sides, but it can be heavy too. We can stay calm for two reasons. First, some people are just naturally low-key. They've learned not to react too quickly to what's happening around them. When problems come up, they think things through before acting. These are the types of people who know how to manage their emotions. But then there are those who seem calm because they're tired. Tired of explaining how they feel to others. Tired of feeling like no one understands. So instead of wasting energy getting mad or panicking, they just stay quiet. Sometimes, that calmness comes from the habit of hiding what we feel. We end up becoming actors in our own lives. Something goes wrong? Smile. Your heart's breaking? Say, it's fine. I'm good. I get why so many of us do this. We're scared of being seen as weak, afraid people will think we can't handle life. So we build these high walls around us. From the outside, you look calm, but inside, you're fragile. But here's something I've realized. Being always calm is sometimes just a form of self-protection. You think if you stay quiet and calm, you won't cause any new problems. If you don't react, you don't have to deal with other people's comments or expectations. But at the same time, you're drifting further away from yourself. You're not being honest with your feelings. We forget that calm doesn't always mean okay. Calm can be a sign that you're holding a lot inside, things you haven't told anyone. And the longer you hold it in, the heavier it gets. So sometimes, calm isn't a solution. It's just a way to delay dealing with your problems. I've been there, and I know what it feels like. You're tired, but you don't even know where to start when it comes to opening up. But you know what? There's a big difference between being genuinely calm and forcing yourself to be calm. Genuine calm happens when you've truly made peace with your problems. Forced calm? That's like holding a ticking time bomb in your heart. You don't know when it's going to explode. And that's what I want us to talk about together. How to start recognizing the difference so we can truly be calm, not just pretend. Being calm doesn't mean you have to handle everything alone. True calmness comes not from hiding your problems, but from facing and accepting your feelings honestly. The problem is, so many of us are used to staying quiet and pretending, "I'm fine," every time something goes wrong. We think as long as we stay calm, the problem will disappear. But the truth is, the more you bury it, the more it piles up inside, and the heavier it gets. I once read a quote that said, "The pain you hide today will always find a way to come out tomorrow." That couldn't be more true. If you keep pretending to be calm, you're just setting yourself up with a ticking time bomb. A bomb that could explode in ways you don't expect. Sudden tears for no reason, snapping at small things, or even feeling exhausted all the time without knowing why. So, how do you learn to be calm in a healthier way? The first thing you need to do is be honest with yourself. Start by asking, why am I feeling this way? What scares me? What makes me uncomfortable? You don't need to have all the answers right now, but just asking those questions is the first step toward understanding yourself better. Next, find a way to let out what you're feeling. It doesn't have to involve other people if you're not ready. You can start with something simple like journaling. Write it all out. What makes you angry, sad, disappointed? Everything you've been holding in. It doesn't need to be neat or perfect, because it's just for you. And you'd be surprised how much lighter you might feel after writing. If talking feels easier, try recording your voice, like you're talking to a friend. Feels weird? Maybe, but trust me, it helps. Then, try to find someone you trust. I know it's not easy to open up to others, especially if you're afraid of being judged. But you're not alone. There are people who care about you who'll listen without blaming or criticizing you. It could be a friend, family member, or even a professional if you feel you need more help. Believe me, talking about what you're feeling doesn't make you weak. It shows that you're strong enough to face what you've been carrying alone for so long. And finally, learn to let go of what's out of your control. Sometimes, we're too hard on ourselves for things we can't change. But you know what? Not everything is yours to fix. Calmness comes when you can say, "I did my best, and that's enough." Learn to accept that life doesn't always go as planned, but you still have the power to decide how you'll move forward. True calmness is about finding peace within yourself. It's about giving yourself the space to feel all your emotions without judging yourself. And you know what? Slowly, you'll realize that you're stronger than you think. You can cry, you can feel tired, you can get angry. But beneath all of that, there's a version of you that's calm. Not because you're pretending to be strong, but because you've learned to accept and appreciate every small step you've taken. Sometimes the world doesn't give us a chance to pause. Everyone's busy, everything's moving fast, and you're forced to keep running with it. On top of that, there are expectations, both from others and from yourself that keep piling up. It's no wonder you feel overwhelmed. Even when you're trying to stay calm, the pressure feels like a giant wave that never stops. I get it. You can't always control what's happening around you. But one thing you can control is how you respond. You can choose to pause, take a breath, and move through it all a little slower. Because often, calmness isn't about having a perfect situation. It's about creating a safe space for yourself in the middle of the chaos. How do you do that? First, focus on what you can control. Sometimes we spend too much energy worrying about things beyond our control. What others say, the past we can't change, or the future that's still unclear. But you know what? The more you focus on those things, the more drained you feel. So start small. Focus on what you can do right now. Finish one small task, take a short break, or just sip some water and take a deep breath. It might seem simple, but it's a starting point to build your calmness. Second, make time for yourself. You don't have to be available for everyone all the time. Sometimes, you need to step back to rest and reset your mind. Take an hour to do something that makes you feel peaceful. Read a book, listen to music, journal, or just sit quietly and daydream. That time isn't selfish. It's essential to recharge so you can come back to the world with a clearer mind. Third, train your mind to stay calm under pressure. I know it's not easy, but there are small things you can do. For instance, whenever you feel panicked or overwhelmed, try taking a deep breath for a count of 4. Hold it for a moment, then exhale slowly. Do that a few times until you feel more grounded. This simple technique helps bring you back to the here and now. Because sometimes, calmness comes from realizing you only need to deal with this moment. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, just right now. And lastly, learn to accept that not everything will go according to plan. You can prepare for everything perfectly, but life has its own way of unfolding, and that's okay. True calmness comes when you can tell yourself, I've done my best, and that's enough. Don't be too hard on yourself, because none of us are perfect. Sometimes, taking small, steady steps matters more than chasing perfection. I want you to remember this. Calmness isn't about having a life without problems. Calmness is about standing tall in the middle of the storm, appreciating every small step you take, and giving yourself the space to rest when you need it. Because you deserve to feel calm. You deserve a place where you can feel safe, within yourself and in the world around you. So tonight, before you go to bed, ask yourself, what can I control today? What can I be grateful for? And what can I do to bring a little more peace into my heart? You don't have to answer it all right now, but just by asking, you're already opening the door for calmness to enter your life. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I hope you find the calm you're looking for, slowly, one small step at a time. See you in the next bedtime story. Good night, take a deep breath, and don't forget, you're enough, you're valuable, and you can get through anything. Bye.